Hi. I was thinking about a story about my mom, and it just made me smile, made me laugh a little bit, and it made me also think about what I'm doing in my life right now and how it relates to that. So, um, my mom was, well, I mean, she did a lot of great things in her life, but kind of at the last part of her life in her career, she was in retail, and she was in cosmetics. She was in the beauty industry. And my bonus dad, Joe, when they had first started dating, he would go. This is when she was actually working in the stores. He would go to, help her kind of close up shop at the end of the night, and drive her home and all of that. And she used to give, like, free facials to her customers and things like that. So, when he was hanging out just waiting towards the end of the night, she would give him a little, face scrub, and put him under a towel, and then she'd go off and start talking to people. And my mom, I mean, she was just a natural, like, people just gravitated to her, would listen to anything she had to say. I mean, that's just in any part of her life, that's how she was. So Joe's under the towel, and he hears this lady come in, and they start talking about cosmetics. And the woman said she needed, I don't know, like I think she said she needed foundation, maybe. And my mom's like, okay, yeah, here's the foundation. And she's like, and then don't forget, you need, what are you using to clean your skin? And Lily's like, oh, I don't know, I've got, whatever. And my mom's like, well, you're gonna spend $50 on this foundation, and you haven't really done anything to your face first. What are you using? And the woman was like, nothing. And she's like, my mom said, well, how do you paint a fence? And the lady's like, just kind of looked at her and said, do you know how to paint a fence? And the lady's like, I suppose I do. And she's like, do you just throw some paint on there, or is there anything you do to the fence first? And the lady's like, well, I guess I see my husband, like, pressure wash it or something like that. And my mom's like, absolutely. So the first thing you want to do to a fence is you want to clean it. So pressure wash it, scrub it. You're still not going to just go ahead and throw some paint up there. You're going to maybe put a primer on there. Something that, that paint can adhere to. And you're gonna go ahead and, put the paint on and a sealer, and then your fence is gonna be ready. It's gonna be durable. It's gonna last, a really long time, and you're gonna be ready to go. Well, of course, that made so much sense to the lady, and it made so much sense to my mom. It wasn't like just trying to be a tricky salesperson, even though she was pretty awesome at sales. So the lady bought everything. And when, you know, Joe came out from underneath the towel a little bit later, he was like, I had no idea what you were talking about in this fence. And I was like, what is her point? He's like, but you know what? You were so right. And, like, that made so much sense. So what does that mean for me? So in my world, in my health journey, and I think what I have done wrong is I didn't take care of my fence before I just threw some paint up there. So what did that really mean? I just went on a diet. I just randomly woke up one day. I'm like, I'm going on a diet today. Today's the day. I'm going to cut carbs, or I'm going to only eat greens. I'm not eating meat for a week, or I'm going to do this. Like, just threw myself out there and jumped into it. But I didn't really have a plan, and I didn't have support, and I didn't have the things that you need, right? So I didn't clean my fence, and I didn't prime my fence before I put the paint on there. I just, oh, this is what I'm going to do. And it didn't work. My fence broke. My body broke. I gave up. But I still never learned. I just went back and I did it again. So, I'm going to do keto. No, that didn't work. Oh, I'm going to do Weight Watchers. No, that doesn't work. Okay. I'm going to do, fasting. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do high fat, low sugar. I mean, all of that, right? Tried all of it at some point. But the thing is, in everything that I did, everything that I tried, I never addressed what painting my fence really needed to be. To be really successful and a life change, I need to start here. Anybody who really, I think, has ever struggled. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, no, you can't just, sure, some people can just lose weight and they have the willpower and the mindset and they can just, wake up one day and that's what they're going to do and they can be successful with it. And that's fantastic. But over 70% of Americans are overweight. So I think if the majority of us, could do that, we would do that. But a lot of us can't do that. I can't do that. I needed support. So my fence, taking care of my fence, my body with this program means that I needed to start with my mindset. I needed to surround myself with community and I needed to learn. I needed to have support. I needed to have a coach. I needed to have a huge pool of people on a day that I can say, am I doing this right? Or I'm struggling here. I need all of that as my primer. The fence is going to be fine if I have that and I have nutrition and I have healthy habits that I'm learning. That fence is going to be cleansed and primed, painted, and sealed by the time I reach my optimal health. And I really believe that. I believe that, I know it to be true because my coach and her coach and hundreds of people and thousands of people before me have done it. So I know it to be true, but I already know it, even though I'm only halfway in my journey, I already know it to be true for myself. And I can say with full confidence and conviction that when I reach optimal health, I'm never going to gain 100 pounds back. I'm not even going to gain 10 pounds back because I have done all of the steps required to keep me in optimal health. I have learned, I have practiced, I have asked for help when I needed to help. I've done all the things. And so when I'm released and my fence is painted and looking great and it's going to stay that way because I have a solid foundation. So, I was thinking about it and I was like, gosh, it makes so much sense, this fence analogy. And in anything, really, you could take that into so many forms of life. But for what I'm doing right now, it truly is what my mom would say, a full circle moment. She loved to, I would say, preach about full circle moments and a frame of reference. That was her other thing. She loved to say, well, you need a frame of reference for everything in your life. And she would literally carve out a frame in her visual. And I have a frame of reference. I know what I'm doing. And now that I have that frame of reference, I can share this full circle moment with you. And I can confidently say, this can work for you. You can lose weight. You can change your mindset. You can change your habits. You can do all those things because of this one program. And it's really easy. It's really, really easy. But if you've been for too long just trying it on your own and waking up one day and I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, and you're jumping from thing to thing to thing, or you're even going to the gym, 5 days a week and not getting the results you want. It's because there might be some more things that you need on your fence. So think about it, and let's talk. I would love to, share even more of my personal experience, and how it can help you, because I'm really confident that it can. So thank you for listening.